Today you're going to learn how to use Adobe Spark to create a one-page website to highlight your best work from class. This would be the place to submit or to highlight your work from your portfolio. So in the top right, first you're going to go to Adobe Spark. Spark.adobe.com is the website address. And in the top right, you're going to sign in. On the right-hand side, you're going to log in with your school account. And you can either type in your school email address or go to continue with Google. Once you do that, you're going to choose your school account. I'm going to pause this for a moment because when I do that, my personal email also shows up. Once you enter or choose your school email, you may or may not get this page. It's a page I get, certainly as a teacher, but it may skip to the next page for you. And then Adobe Spark will launch. Once you get into Adobe Spark, you'll have a bunch of choices for what you're going to do. And what we're going to do is create a web page. So you will click where it says web page. And this is your portfolio. So when photographers make websites of their work, they put in their name, usually as a highlight because they are highlighting themselves. And then underneath in the add subtitle, you could say photography or photographer, whatever you want. Now in the top right, you will see it says themes. And so there are some built-in styles that you can choose from. And you can click through them. It'll automatically change it and show you what each one looks like. So choose the one that you like the best. It is up to you. And you can change it later and it'll change your theme. Now, underneath this, we're going to put part of one of our pictures. So choose a picture that you're particularly proud of, because when people go to your website, it's the first thing they see. And underneath, you can click photo. And then I'm going to upload a photo up here in the top right. One thing you can do to make this process faster is to put all of your photos into one folder that you want to use for your website, because then it makes it really easy to just continue to click through it rather than having to search for it. And I'm going to click my first photo and hit open. Now it's not going to show my whole photo, which you'll see in a minute. It's going to place it. And what you'll see are a couple of options. The first one is focal point, and I'm going to show you that. You can also replace this with a new photo later if you want to, or you can just delete the photo. But we're going to look at focal point for a minute, so I'm going to click focal point, and this is actually the whole photo. So when Spark popped it in, it just chose a spot. But I don't like what they chose, so I can here choose to drag this down and change which piece of the photo it's showing. And you can go all the way up and down, left and right on your photo. So choose the piece you want to show, and then when you're done, you're just going to go up here and hit save. Huzzah. And again, if I want to change it, I can click it and again, make choices about deleting it or replacing it or moving the focal point later. Now I'm going to go to scroll to start writing your story. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to hit the text box. And this is where photographers, which are you, if you go to any photographer's website, they're going to have an about section. We only have one page. So this is where you would talk about yourself. What is your favorite kind of photography to take pictures of? Why do you like photography? That kind of thing. Sometimes it's called an artist statement. It's just talking about what you like. And then we're going to start adding photos. I'm going to hit the plus button down here because you can add the next section. I'm going to hit plus and it's going to ask me, what do I want to add? Now, in this case, you want to show off your entire photo. So there's a bunch of options here that say photo grid. And so a lot of these things are going to cut off your photo because it really just meant as a place where you can put photos in the background, but really you're writing text over it. In our case, we actually want to highlight our whole photo. So I'm going to click this very first button that says photo, and I'm going to go to upload, and I'm going to choose my next photo and hit open. And you're welcome to play with these and see what happens as you poke through them, and you'll see why I think this inline is going to be your best option. But you can play with it. And then I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to add my next photo and so on. And then I'm going to hit my next photo. And I'm just going to keep doing this. Clearly, this is going to be my heron website. So here's my third heron picture. And maybe the last one that I'm going to add, I mean, I can keep going. You can add as many as you want. It's really your call, right? So I can just keep adding them, and then it loads and I can add the next. And I'm going to end with the one that I started with. So, and at any point you can rearrange these. You'll see that once it pops it in, move is going to be an option. I'll wait for this one to load. And let's just say I decide I want to move this to the top. I can click it and this will just move it. You can move it up, 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 till you get it where you want. Or you can move things back down. So however you want it. When you're all done and you've uploaded all your pictures and you're happy with it, then you're done. That's it. That's all I need. And you're going to share it with me. Now you have two choices here. The first one, if I click share, would actually, the first option to publish and share a link is going to make a actual URL of this page that you could then send out the URL to people so they can see it. Be aware that it is a public URL. So if it's not something that's likely to show up on a Google search, but if you just really don't want it to be public, I'm going to show you a second option as well. But I'm going to show you the first one, publish and share link. And you can give a title to your page. And if you want, you can pick a category. So maybe I say photography, or I think you can leave it blank. And I can either turn on and have it public that I'm the author, or I can turn it off. And then I'm going to hit create link. And it's going to give me a link. It is now public, and I can copy that link and paste it into the assignment. That is one option. The other option is when you go to share is to just invite me to it. So you're going to go to invite. If you choose this one instead of the other one, it would not be public. You're inviting me to be able to edit it, and I won't edit it. I will just look at it. So you can go to invite, and you can put in my email address, which is katse@edmonds.wednet.edu. So the reason you would choose this item again is that you're not actually publishing it, which means it's not associated with a URL that somebody could find if they really wanted it. And then you would just hit invite to edit, and it's said I can't invite myself, which makes sense, but you would be able to invite me. You can also preview this before you send it or decide. I forgot to say that, and you can hit preview, and you would see what it will look like as a web page. That is it. So have fun with it, and I look forward to seeing your final work.